Today we're going to do some Japanese writing as if we were at Japanese school day. So if you have paint, go ahead and get a brush and some paint. I don't have the watercolor paint that we have at school, but that's the best. So you can just put water in it and swirl it around and get your paint. I had to mix up some acrylic paint and water, but it'll still work. If you don't have paint at all, you can just use a marker, or you can even use a pencil. It doesn't matter. But this is the kanji. Remember how in Japan they have 3 alphabets. One is a symbol that means a whole word. The second one, that's called kanji. The second one, hiragana, is letters like ours that make sounds and you put them together to make words. And the third one is for words that aren't Japanese, like America, and that's called katakana. And it's also a sound alphabet. So first we're going to do the kanji, which is the symbol. This whole symbol means cherry blossom. So you start at the 1 and you just use the tip of your brush. You don't want to squish it down because that'll make a mess, and go across gently. You always just use the tip of a paintbrush. If you splat it out, you make kind of a mess. And then 2 starts way at the top, comes down and hooks up. See, when I push down too hard, it kind of splatted out, but that's okay. We all make mistakes. And then 3 comes from inside, goes down and out like that. 4 comes from inside, goes down and out like that. And whenever you need more paint, you can just go back and get it. Then 5, 6, and 7 are kind of easy. 5, 6, 7, like that. Then 8 reminds me of a less than sign. It goes in and out. 9 will just come down and curl. Oops, I didn't make it on top, but I could do it again. There we go. And 10 just comes across. The whole thing says Sakura. Now the bottom's a little trickier because we have to do it without the lines, but it does have dots for us to start. So 1, then 2. I see the hook. Sometimes my paintbrush opens up a little, so I might do 2 again. That's a little better. And then I'll go 3, and I can see where to stop because there's a dot. And 4, I can see where to stop because there's a dot. And then 5, dot to dot, 6, dot to dot, and 7, dot to dot. Then 8 is like the less than. 9 curves in, and 10 goes straight across. That's Sakura. Now the teacher in Japan would mark my work by looking and seeing what I did right and what I did wrong. If I did something wrong, like this part that's a little bit messy, they might paint a circle around it. But when I did a good job, they put a spiral, kind of like Mrs. Leahy puts a happy face. That's their version. So that's the kanji for Sakura. And kanji, again, is the whole symbol is the word. Now, earlier when I was trying to film this, I made a mistake. So I used my only hiragana page. The rest of them are at school. So I'm just going to have to show you this. And I'll just kind of do it on top. So this part right here is sa. This is ku. And this is ra. So these are like 3 letters, like our letters, that make a sound. So their sa is like our SA. Their ku is like our KU. And ra is like RA. So you start at 1 and you just go out. 2 comes down and hook, and 3 slides out. That's sa. Then ku, you might recognize this from the kanji. It's that less than sign. Down and out. Ku. And then ra, it's like a little check mark sideways, and then a 5 without the top. So Sakura still means cherry blossom. Now, in Japanese, remember, they read from the top to the bottom like we do, but they go from the right to the left. So to do it yourself, you'd start here, sa, and then ku, you might need more paint, and then ra, and then down, and a ra, tummy, no hat, sakura. And I thought I did pretty well, so I gave myself a spiral for that one. Now the third alphabet is also by sound. It's called katakana, and it's for words that are not Japanese words, like America is not a Japanese word. So this first sound is ah, and it goes kind of like an arrow, and down. It sort of looks like a P to me. So that's ah. This is me. Goes down. And then re. Down, up, down, and then ka. Across, down, hook, and then a diagonal down. So America. And it's called katakana because it's not a Japanese word. Let's try it by ourselves. Start, but they give us the marks where to start and stop. Me, re, and then ka. Whoops. So I don't think this one is so perfect because there's a spot right there and there's a spot right there, but it's pretty good. So the teacher probably give me a spiral. And those are the 3 alphabets in Japanese.